10th meeting of the Garden Grove City Council. We will call to order. And Madam Clerk, would you like to call roll?
Councilmember Breitigam.
Here.
Councilmember O'Neill.
Here.
Councilmember Dovin.
Present.
Councilmember Klumfenstein.
Here.
Councilmember Nguyen Peñalosa.
Here.
Mayor Pro Tem Tran.
Here.
And Mayor Jones.
Here. May I ask Assistant City Manager Matt West to do the invocation and then followed by Councilmember Breitigam to lead us in the pledge?
Thank you. Please prepare yourself according to your faith. Dear Lord, as we gather this evening, let us reflect on this significant moment in the life of Garden Grove. And may we acknowledge the work that has been done and the paths that lie ahead. To our outgoing council members, we offer our heartfelt gratitude for your dedication, vision, and unwavering service to the city. Your leadership has laid the groundwork for progress, and the impact of your contributions will continue to echo through our community for years to come. And to our incoming council members, we welcome you with open hearts and minds. The road ahead is filled with both opportunity and challenges, and we trust that with courage, collaboration, and compassion, you will guide this city toward even brighter futures. And may we all be inspired to lead with integrity, to listen with empathy, and to serve with a shared commitment to the well-being of all. And let us remember that together, we are not merely shaping a city, but shaping lives. And lastly, Lord, we ask in your name for your blessing as we convene this evening, granting us bountiful wisdom and grace. Amen.
Amen.
Please face the American flag. Hands on your heart. Begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, we now have oral communications specifically for certification of the election. So I do have a handful of cards for people to speak. Starting with Austin Edsel from Office of Senator Janet Nguyen.
Good evening, Mayor Jones and the City Council. My name is Austin Edsel with Senator, now Supervisor Janet Nguyen's office. The supervisor wishes to extend her gratitude to the outgoing council members. Thank you so much for your service to our community here in Garden Grove. The Senator is here from Garden Grove. She's a fellow Argonaut. And so she's grateful for your service to our community. And we would like to present these resolutions to Mayor Jones, Councilman O'Neill, Councilman Kloppenstein, and Councilman Nguyen Peñalosa. So, should we present these now?
Thank you. Yeah, how do you want to do it?
Come on down.
All right.
Smallest one I could find. Appreciate it.
One more right here for good measure. 1, 2, 3. You guys are looking great. Congratulations. Thank you.
All right, Assemblyman Trita.
Good evening, Honorable Mayor and
City Council member. It has been my honor to represent the City of Garden Grove in Sacramento for the last 2 years, and I have an honor to continue to be the voice of City of Garden Grove. In the next 2 years in Sacramento. So I have the resolution to honor the mayor and other 2 members of the City Council for their services to serve the resident of Garden Grove, and I have my certificate to extend my congratulations to the newly elected mayor. So may I ask all the outgoing members to come down to receive my resolution, and even the new elected mayor. Yes.
You guys just stay down there.
We're ready.
All right, the resolution for mayor for your services. Resolution for council member.
He's very secure with his pink tie.
And I also have a certificate from Congress Michelle Steele for our voting members. This for the mayor. This for you. Right, thank you. Get seated.
Thank you.
All right. Claudio Gallegos.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. Congratulations on a momentous night. I would have been here a couple of weeks ago with David, but I didn't know what he was planning. But I'm here now mainly to speak to one person in particular, the outgoing Councilwoman Kim Nguyen Peñalosa. Still the only person ever to force me to work for her as her campaign manager. Didn't ask for permission, said you are, so get ready. But wanted, in that time, you became somewhat like a surrogate sister to me. And I really appreciate that. I really am beyond proud to have been a part of Team Kim Nguyen. So, and Kim Nguyen Peñalosa towards the end. So you really have made a difference. You really have changed the game as being one of the first Latina and one of the youngest women elected to office in Orange County. It was a moment that really, you saw a lot more young women, especially young women of color, step up and run after you. You really paved the way. You were a trailblazer and gave hope to many young ones that they too can get up on this dais and serve. So thank you so much. You've inspired a generation of young women to step up. We know this is, it's not a forever goodbye. We know that you will be around, and we know we'll see you. And I look forward to seeing Bebecita, since you'll be soon living about a 15-minute walk from me. So, so whenever you need that, we volunteer to watch Ein and the Bebecita. So thank you for your service, and appreciate the rest of you too. Mayor Steve Jones, great job. Look forward to see what incoming Mayor Stephanie Klopfenstein will do, and John O'Neill. I know we'll be seeing each other in the organized labor world, so thank you too for your service. So with that, have a good night.
Thank you. Nicholas Dibbs, D7.
Well, Mayor Jones, members of the council, I too want to echo. I'll start off with Kim Wynn Penaloza. You have been a force of human rights. You've been willing to speak out for those less fortunate, including Arab Americans and others, and doing human rights commendations or passing those resolutions. You've been willing to step out of the box and be a force and a voice for justice and peace and for a better future. And I thank you very much for that. I want to thank Steve Jones, the mayor, for your initiating the college graduates reception, of which I've been a co-sponsor for a number of years. So thank you. I'm going to miss that. I hope you'll come around. I'm going to miss some of your humor. And John O'Neill as well. Thank you for all you've done. I do want to say that it's important that we have ethics and fairness, and that this council and the new council members, I'm sure, will dedicate themselves to ethics and fairness and public service, and to help make the world a more just and fair place. And this council opens its meetings with a prayer each council meeting. We need to remind ourselves of the second commandment that our Lord gives us, to treat others as we want to be treated. So I will ask the new council members coming in and the ones who are still going to be around, what are you going to do? What have you done, and what are you going to do to help empower citizens so that we can have a more just and a more peaceful future for everyone? Now, that also includes ethics and fairness, and just because something isn't a law doesn't mean you can do it or not, whatever, but ethics are very important. And so we have to remind ourselves, as people running for office and also elected people, to remind ourselves to make sure that our tax dollars are not used in any way to influence elections. And I've spoken about this in the past, and you all know what I'm talking about. So I'll be calling for an investigation regarding what happened in the November 5th election with the school district. But I trust this council and the outgoing members and the new ones to make sure that ethics and fairness are a priority in our community so that we can help make a positive difference. That's why we're here, to help make a positive difference in the world, whether we're community members or city council members or mayor or whoever. So help make the world a better place and a more peaceful place, and do what you can to end the wars. Thank you.
Alrighty, with that, we will close oral communications, and we do have an action item, which is the declaration of the results of the general municipal election, and then followed by seating of the elected mayor and council members thereafter.
I'll move it. Second.
Call to vote.
Motion received, 7 yes votes.
Awesome. I would now like to extend the courtesy of the floor to my outgoing city council colleagues. John O'Neill.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Thank you, everyone, for being here tonight. We've accomplished a lot these past 8 years, from facing a budget deficit when we first got elected, when I first got elected, now to being able to hire more police officers, balance the budget, and make substantial capital improvements over the last 8 years. Garden Grove, this council has been an example to the county on how a diverse council can be elected, but yet do the city business and get things done. We've been looked up to throughout the county these past 8 years that, even with the diverse culture and the diverse political standings of maybe some different council members, this is a nonpartisan seat. And we worked through the last 8 years through a pandemic and other things to get things done. So after the campaigning is done and the election is over, it's time to stop campaigning and start to govern. So when you govern, you're benefiting the entire community, and that's what I've always done as a public servant, is try to, what's to the benefit of all those that I serve. Garden Grove faced many difficult challenges. Through the budget deficits, we were looking at cutting every department 5%. We were looking at huge deficits in our pension unfunded liability, and we attacked those problems head on with homelessness and mental health. We were the example in the county on how you can attack these things and do good. We've improved our infrastructure, roads, water, sewer, communications. We've done a lot. Look through the minutes of the last 8 years on the business that this council has done compared to some other cities. I'm very proud of that and what this council has done. We've greatly improved our relationship. When I first came in, it was a strained relationship between the Garden Grove Unified School District, between our labor groups, the people that work here in the city. We've mended all that. We all now work together well. So let's keep that going. We transitioned a 100-year-old fire department that nobody wanted to give up. Couldn't imagine even seeing, giving up a 100-year fire department. But it was the right decision. We now have more resources available to us. We saved unfunded liabilities for the constituents moving forward, and we actually improved the working conditions of our workforce, of the fire department and others, and no one lost a job. In regards to economic development, there's been more economic development, I think, in the last 8 to 10 years than I've seen in 30 years. I've lived here my entire life. My family moved here in 1956, early before the city was incorporated, and I wasn't born until 65, so I'm not that old. But with the economic development that we've done in the last 8 years, look at all the retail that's gone in. Look at, we got Aldi's, we've got Sprouts, we've got Habit, we've got Panda Express. All these things have been added in the last 8 to 10 years because this council was focused on Steelcraft right outside the door here. Things like that. I can't mention them all here, but hotel development. This brings in needed taxes to help pay for services to our constituents because we don't want to tax them. We want to use the sales tax revenue and transient occupancy tax through our hotels, helps pay for our complete fire department and road paving, and those types of things are we cannot survive without those things. And a lot of things that people don't realize, economic development, it's not just about attracting new development, it's about keeping your existing businesses going and giving them the tools they need to survive, especially through this pandemic that we went through. We handled it very well here in the city of Garden Grove. We followed the executive orders of the governor and the state, and again, we were the model for the county. We have, like I said, the hotel development is continuing. We have hotels in the development stages, and with the infrastructure that's going in between Disney, $40 billion over the next 40 years, and the Orange County OC Vibe is spending about $6 billion over the next 6 to 7 years. So it's going to be a good time for construction workers who I represent on a daily basis, and I have been an IBEW electrician for the last 40 years, and I'm still going. So I really am looking forward to spend more time there and doing that. I especially want to, I'm going to drink a little bit of water here. I usually don't talk this much, so. But anyway, those are some of the things we've done. We've done a lot of good here, and I want to thank first of all, my colleagues over the last 8 years, actually 12. It's been a 12-year run for me. I was on the Neighborhood Commission for 2 years as vice chair and chair, and chairman of the Planning Commission for 2 years prior to getting elected in 2016 and then re-elected in 2020. It's been a great run. I want to have a special thanks to former Mayor Dalton. May he rest in peace, and thank you to his family for their service to the city of Garden Grove and their continuing service with Brian Dalton in the Garden Grove Police Department. We appreciate their service, and also to Mayor Broadwater and his family, and especially to Steve Jones and his family, what he's committed the last 25 years probably to the city. You know, we're high school buddies, although he was younger than me, so I didn't pay much attention to him. I was a senior, and I think he was a sophomore or something, but we both went to Rancho Alamitos High School, so, and lived in almost the same neighborhood. So thank you to you guys. Thank you to my council. I'm almost done, so I especially want to thank the entire city staff. These are the people, I don't care if you're a park ranger or you're the city manager. Every job is necessary, and we need to include everyone. It takes everyone to do their job with pride and to work to make things function at a high level, and they do that on a daily basis. That's one thing I can tell you for sure that I've seen since day one as a commissioner. Got to know all the staff and the city workers, from Public Works to whoever. These people are dedicated to Garden Grove, and that's why we do so well. It's because the people that do the work day in and day out. We push policy and we govern, but they're the ones doing the work day in and day out. Let's see. And I want to say that is noticed and it's appreciated. So if no one tells you thank you, I'm telling you thank you very much for what you do day in and day out. To the people of Garden Grove, thanks for believing in me and supporting me these last 8 years. And my sincere best wishes to our new elected mayor, Stephanie Kloppenstein, and our new council members that are going to be coming in tonight. I know you're going to do a great job. Lastly, I want to thank my family, of course, my grandparents and my parents by leading me by example, never having to really sit me down and tell me this is how you do it. I always learned by example. I'm the youngest of 5 children that grew up in Garden Grove, and never had to, my dad never really had to set me down and tell me exactly how to do things. I just watched what he did and how he raised his family and his community support here in Garden Grove. Knights of Columbus, St. Columbans, 30 years in the baptism ministry at St. Columbans with my mother. My mother was president of the women's club, and it goes on and on. So just watching them, these are the things that you do to make your community better. I want to thank my brother, my immediate family, my brothers and sisters. I have 2 older brothers and 2 older sisters. They've always supported me in everything we've done. We've all grown up here and went to school here, St. Columbans, Rancho Alamitos. Grew up in the 60s and 70s when Garden Grove is still a great place to grow up to, but it was pretty wild back in those days, and it was fun. We didn't have the internet. We were outside jumping bikes over kids' heads and things like that. But we all lived. We survived. I don't recommend doing that. I'd like to thank my adult children. I have 3 adult children. My oldest daughter, Michelle, Stacy, and then John. We call him John, who were all born here in Garden Grove. My wife and I were married here in Garden Grove. Most of all, and I'm right down to the end here, so thank you for letting me speak for just a few minutes. Most of all, I want to thank my wife, Sylvia. In February, this coming February, we'll be celebrating 40 years together. I'm only 59, so do the math. I was 19 when we met. And she's my biggest fan, my greatest supporter. I couldn't do any of this without her. Especially my career of 40 years in the IBEW, and I worked at the hotel business 6 years before that. So I've been working a long time in the work ethic. And thank you, honey. Without you, I could never have done anything that I've done since I was 19 years old. So now I want to say to everyone, farewell. I'm not going anywhere. I'm going to stay in Garden Grove. I'll be here. May God bless all of you and keep you. May God's light shine in you and through you so that you may be an example to others around you. Thank you, God bless, and good night.
Councilmember Kim Wynn Penalosa.
An end of an era. Everyone has been asking me how I feel about my term ending, and it's complicated. Bittersweet is the best word I can think of, but it's not quite right either. I said I'm not going to cry. I'm not going to cry. I blame pregnancy hormones, everyone. I look back at the last 8 years, and I am beyond proud of the work I have been able to accomplish. I wish I could go back in time and tell little first grader me that we would do so much more than we could have dreamed of. For sure, our version of our dream of becoming the first woman elected president of the United States was accomplished by serving my community for the last 8 years. I started at 25 years old. That's a pretty long time given I'm only 33. That's pretty much my entire adulthood so far. My city family has seen me go from the tiny brace face to now a married mother of 1 and 1 on the way. They have supported me through some of the most difficult times of my life and encouraged me through the best. We truly have the most amazing staff in all of Orange County, if you ask me. Because of them, I was able to champion so many initiatives. The Central Cities Navigation Center in District 6, the Community Workforce Agreement, Be Well OC, Street Medicine, Foods of Garden Grove. For a brief period of time, we had summer events in District 6, which had never been done before. We now have big dumpster days, money specially earmarked for much needed infrastructure improvements. I got to see the clock tower in rainbow lights and pride banners, the best Denim Day photos to support Sexual Assault Awareness Month. I drew down close to $10 million for our parks and over $4 million for our navigation center. The list goes on, but if not for the most dedicated, passionate, and loyal city staff, I would not have been able to do any of it. Mayor Jones, thank you for your leadership, and most of all, your friendship. You made serving the city we love easy and fun. Mayor-elect Kloffenstein, I have nothing but faith in your ability to carry on the work that we have worked so hard to do. And thank you for being the best seatmate, for reaching over any time that I was about to cry, for trying to protect me when someone tried to accost me during the meeting, and for Steve for coining the term, "You gotta go, bro." Councilwoman-elect Munaton, thank you for taking the call to serve. I am so proud of you and your growth, and I am excited for you and to see all the hard work you will accomplish over the next 4 years. Councilwoman-elect Aristegui, I love you. Can't cover your eyes, don't look at me. I am so proud of you. It only took me like 6 years to force you to run, but it was worth it. I know you will do even more amazing things, and if you ever need me, you know I'm here. To my parents, although you never fully understood what I do, thank you for always supporting me. I would not be here if not for you. Family, friends, and supporters, especially Claudio Gallegos, it has been a bumpy 8 years, and I'm so grateful to have had your support and love every step of the way. My husband, Councilman Peñalosa, I love you. Thank you for never letting me doubt myself more than 5 seconds, for being the absolute best hype man, being my rock the last 5 years, and for always having a McDonald's Coke ready when I need it. Penelope, I hope one day you can look back at all these pictures of the events I dragged you to, and you can, number 1, be impressed, but number 2, most importantly, be proud of Mama. Little angel in the sky, I'm sorry that you missed some of the best times of my life serving this community and meeting the most amazing friends and family the city has to offer, but I know you have been watching over me. And to Bebecito on the way, I promise to tell you all about it. While the era ends, it's time for new beginnings. As I begrudgingly transition to a different city, I know Garden Grove is where my heart will remain forever home, the gem in OC. To all the little girls who dream of serving their communities, don't let anyone tell you to wait your turn or that you can't do it. Garden Grove residents, specifically District 6, thank you for giving me the honor of a lifetime, representing you the last 8 years. I hope I have made you proud. Congratulations and best of luck to the incoming council.
For starters, I'd like to acknowledge my beautiful wife, Manavani, and our 2 handsome young men, Jaden and Ashton. Thank you guys for being here. What an awesome city this is. What an outstanding cast of characters we have here. What a prolific journey this has been. Together, we've built something beautiful here over the past 25 years. In fact, it really goes back much further, so this is not an attempt to capture any undue credit. It's not about all the bricks or the mortar. It's not about the events we've hosted. Those things are nice, but our spirit runs much deeper. This community has an overabundance of heart and soul that we could rightly bottle and sell to the rest of the world. It's all about the people. The hundreds of talented and compassionate city employees who pour heart and soul into their professions day in and day out. The public safety personnel who, without hesitation, put their lives on the line to keep the rest of us safe. Our small business entrepreneurs who risk it all to see their American dreams come to fruition. our neighbors who look out for one another, the families who choose to live and raise their children here. Garden Grove is a special place, and it is imperative that we continue to honor the traditions of our past as we tread boldly into the future. By placing emphasis on the common denominators that bring people of all walks of life together here, we've gained clarity on what connects our city's past to its present, and we've caught a glimpse of what fruits the future might bear. We must never forget our agricultural roots, the gardens and groves that emanated from seeds sown decades ago, and the bountiful crops that have been reaped. As fields have been developed into buildings and property values have soared following the initial post-World War II boom era when our city limits were first defined on the map. 68 years since our inception, the city has become a hustling and bustling hub of diversity, a global economy magnified into 18 square miles. We have a golden opportunity to act as a shining example of how the rest of the world ought to behave and treat one another with kindness and compassion, because after all, our commonalities far outweigh our differences. There's something magical and worthy of preserving about our organizational culture, and it is incumbent upon the future leaders of the city to fight vehemently to foster, nurture, and protect that. This is an impassioned plea to embrace the solid foundation our forefathers have laid and maintain a steady, stable, and welcoming drumbeat of progress moving forward, without any unnecessary drama or disruptions. Our city's past is highly respectable, and our current condition is healthy. So I encourage everyone to play an active role in shaping our bright future. Serving this city has been a great honor. Thank you for all the wonderful memories. All right, and with that, I'm going to ask that we're going to take a brief recess to transition with the outgoing council and prepare to set up for the new incoming council.
Honorable Mayor and members of the City Council, if I may say a few words to the outgoing council.
Oh,
if
please.
That's all right.
Yes.
So good evening, everyone. And tonight, as we officially welcome and install our new Garden Grove City Council, I would like to take the opportunity to also thank our outgoing mayor and City Council members for their distinguished service to our city. I'd like to briefly recognize each of them, starting with District 6, Councilmember Kim Wynn Penalosa. Not only did Councilmember Wynn Penalosa have the distinction of being Garden Grove's first Hispanic council member, as well as the youngest, her proposed district map was the one that was selected and approved by the city that same year. During her city council tenure, Councilmember Wynn Penalosa worked to promote new economic development initiatives, including key infrastructure projects, park rehabilitation, and improvements to public spaces. She has been an outspoken advocate for policy addressing homelessness, increasing civic engagement, and inclusiveness, among others. She has been instrumental in the creation of the Central Cities Navigation Center, the establishment of Stewart Apartments, the city's first permanent supportive housing project, and a $1 million in relief funds from former Senator Lou Correa. We wish her well and her beautiful growing family all the best. Councilmember John O'Neill in District 6. With lifelong family roots in Garden Grove, Councilmember has been a strong supporter of our police and fire personnel, preserving the quality of life for Garden Grove neighborhoods and supporting current and future generations of tradespeople. While in the City Council, he has served in several service capacities, including chairman and director of the Orange County Fire Authority and president of the Garden Grove Sanitary District, as well as other city and county board and commissions. Councilmember O'Neill helped to enhance the beauty of Palma Vista neighborhood by helping and adding new trees and a mural that resulted in the Helen Putnam Award for Excellence to be awarded to the city. And most recently, he helped dedicate Magnolia Park's new Citrus Farm themed playground, made possible by Proposition 68 per capita grant. We wish Councilmember O'Neill and his wife of nearly 4 decades, Sylvia, and their very accomplished adult children continued success and well-being. And finally, Mayor Steve Jones. Over his amazing 25 years of service to the city, he has served in multitudes of city and county boards and commissions, including the Garden Grove Community Foundation, the Garden Grove Chamber of Commerce, and the Orange County Transportation Authority. Mayor Jones championed the Reimagine Garden Grove initiative that resulted in very successful open streets events, public art installations, and major music festivals, and the Medal of Honor Bike and Pedestrian Trail has helped establish key businesses such as Stillcraft and cottage industries. He has been a strong supporter of our city's economic development, helping to attract major investors and development, including the city's largest mixed-use project, Brookhurst Place, Grove District Hotels, and most recently, our Civic Center revitalization project. He has been an enthusiast supporter of our youth. He has provided the original idea behind the Garden Grove's college graduates reception that has honored hundreds of local graduates over a decade. And he has maintained excellent relationships with our sister city, Anyang, Republic of Korea, hosting Korean students and traveling to South Korea. Needless to say, his list of accomplishments is endless, and his presence has been pivotal. We wish Mayor Jones many wonderful times ahead, being part of this community and an exceptional father and husband to his beautiful family. So on behalf of the 650 City of Garden Grove employees, we want to extend our appreciation for all your service to our community, and we want to present you with, each of you, with your distinct street signs. So, have a moment.
I have a ski boat, and the back of my ski boat says chill out. Somebody talk about it.
Can you guys turn it around?
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, that's pretty, that's the better side right there.
Chill out, don't worry about it.
Bad days, John.
We got this.
Thank you.
All right, and with that, we will take a brief recess to make the transition. Hang tight, everyone.
providing that oath.
Just stand by me. Just stand here. Absolutely.
Please raise your right hand. Do you, Stephanie Kloffenstein, solemnly affirm that you will support and defend the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of California against all enemies, foreign and domestic? That you will bear true faith and allegiance to the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of California? That you will take this obligation freely without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion? And that you will well and faithfully discharge the duties upon which you are about to enter?
I do. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. We will now continue with the oath of office administered to elected council member Nguyen for District 2. Please approach the podium.
Please raise your right hand. Do you, Philip Nguyen, solemnly affirm that you will support and defend the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of California against all enemies, foreign and domestic?
Yes, I do.
That you will bear true faith and allegiance to the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the California? That you take this obligation freely without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion, and that you will well and faithfully discharge the duties which you are about to enter?
Yes, I do.
Congratulations.
Next, we will continue with the oath of office administered to elected council member Muñetón for District 5. Please approach the podium.
Your right hand. So please raise your right hand. And then do you, Yesenia Muñetón, solemnly affirm that you will support and defend the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of California against all enemies, foreign and domestic? That you will bear true faith and allegiance to the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of California? That you will take this obligation freely without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion? And that you will well and faithfully discharge the duties upon which you are about to enter?
I do.
Congratulations.
And now we will conduct the oath of office administered to elected council member Arestegui for District 6. Please approach the podium.
Do you state your name?
Ariana Aristegui.
Solemnly affirm that you will support and defend the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of California against all enemies, foreign and domestic. That you will bear true faith and allegiance to the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of California. That you take this obligation freely without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion. And that you will well and faithfully discharge the duties upon which you are about to enter.
I do.
You don't get to slide away. Congratulations.
So at this time, we get to convene a brand new city council. And congratulations to everyone. This is a big moment. Yeah. City Clerk, can we please call roll?
Councilmember Brightigam.
Here.
Councilmember Nguyen.
Here.
Councilmember Tran.
Here.
Councilmember Dovin.
Present.
Councilmember Muñetón.
Here.
Councilmember Aristegui.
Here.
And Mayor Klumpenstein.
Here. I'd like to, at this time, extend the courtesy of the floor to my colleagues. Councilmember, if you'd like to go first and say a few words.
Definitely. Good evening, everybody. And to start out, I would like to thank you, the staff of the Garden Grove City, especially City Manager Lisa Kim and City Attorney Omar have been leading me all the ways from what to do and everything today, come up to today. And also, thank you for all the staff have also helping me a lot, welcome me, and I feel very welcome. And to all the citizens and the residents of Garden Grove, I'm deeply honored and humbled to accept the opportunity to serve as a member of the Garden Grove City Council. This milestone is a reflection of the shared dedication and passion to so many of our community. And I'm grateful beyond the word for your support. I'm also thank you for my family and my relative, especially my wife, Jennifer. Thank you for your unwavering encouragement, love, and patience throughout this journey. You believe in me have been a greatest source of strength, and I couldn't have done this without you. To all my supporters, this is the moment belong to you as much as it does to me. Your commitment, whether through your time, resource, and encouragement, have been the foundation for this campaign. Together, we've proven that collaboration and shared vision can create meaningful change. Just this, as a beginning, I am committed to work with my fellow council member and our community to build a Garden Grove that celebrates its diversity, honor its history, and embrace its future. I promise to serve this with integrity, listen with an open heart, and work tirelessly to address the issues that matter to most of you all. Thank you for trusting me with this responsibility. I'm looking forward to work ahead and to make Garden Grove as an even better place for everyone who call it home. Thank you.
Good evening, Garden Grove. I have a few words to say, and I would like to start by thanking a few key people. First, I want to express my deepest gratitude to the voters of District 5. Thank you for placing your trust in me. District 5 voters made a statement when they overwhelmingly voted for me into office. This victory is your victory, and is a testament to the belief that we all share that Garden Grove can be a better, stronger, and more inclusive place for every family. I have so many incredible people to thank tonight, starting with my two beautiful children, Esmeralda and Andres. They are my heart, my inspiration, and the reason why I work hard every single day. To my mother, Maria, and my brother, Anthony, his wife, Liz, thank you for watching over them and for being my rock when I needed you most. To my amazing husband, Walter, thank you for pushing me to be my very best, for believing in me, even when I doubted myself, and for being my partner every single step of the way. We've been married for over 10 years now, and together we have taken a great pride in responsibility over our city, this city that has given us so much. I also want to give a special thanks to the organized labor who stood by us from the very beginning. Your support meant all the difference. We know that a strong community starts with strong working families, and I will do everything to advocate for policies that uplift our working district. Lastly, I want to congratulate my colleagues on council for your victory. I look forward to working with you to provide our residents with the best quality life they deserve. Let me be clear to say, I am ready to roll up my sleeves and to get to work. I will strive to make our parks safer and more accessible, our public safety department stronger with a community-minded framework, and I will support economic development of our city in a manner that puts our residents first. I will ensure that District 5 thrives and that our voices are heard. Thank you again, Garden Grove. Let's make their city the best it could be together.
Hi, everyone. I want to thank everyone that has arrived here to show some love and support for the city of Garden Grove, for your presence. First and foremost, I want to thank the residents of District 6. I've had the honor and the privilege of growing up in District 6 and living within that beautiful square mile my entire life, attending all of our local public schools, attending Santiago, being a proud Cavalier. Go Cavs. And I want to let you guys know that I do not take this responsibility lightly, and I will continue to do the work that we've been doing for so long to try and continue to improve our community, to bring back the infrastructural improvements that need to happen to get us our safe parks, and just to make sure that our quality of life continues to improve so that we have a sense of pride in where we live. I'm just here as an amalgamation of all of the wonderful people that have influenced and contributed to my life. The first person that I want to thank is Kim Nguyen Peñalosa for, yes, twisting my arm, but encouraging me very much to pursue this position and to follow in her footsteps. I have incredibly large shoes to fill. I am very aware of that, and I want to promise to you that I will do my best to continue living up to your legacy and do as much as we can for our community. I want to thank all of my friends, old, new, that have come to show support. I thank you guys for being with me from the moment that I was an annoying little key clubber going out there doing community service projects to organizing in our local community and coming to city council meetings. You have all impacted me so much. To my friends in CYD, OCYD, and my friends in labor, I thank you so much for all that you've contributed to my campaign. I also want to thank Deidre Tuha-Win for her wonderful mentorship and her support throughout all of this. I want to also make a shout out to Assemblymember Valencia for also giving me the courage to pursue this position. His encouragement really meant a lot to me, and I want you to know that I'm going to continue doing my best. I'm so excited about what the future holds for all of us here in our city council. I'm excited to be joining this wonderful group of leaders that have already been setting a wonderful tone for our city and for our great new ideas that we have with Philip and Yesenia joining us on board. Stephanie, I have the absolute most faith in you that we're going to be continuing to do great work in Garden Grove. And we're going to have an amazing 4 years. So thank you so much. And of course, my parents and my family.
Thank you. That was wonderful. Appreciate all of your comments and well wishes to the community. It's beautiful. Well, I have some comments, and hopefully I'll get through them without crying too hard. Tonight truly is special. We honor how far we have come and celebrate new beginnings, the anticipation of a bright future and the work ahead. 8 years ago, I was a young mother, newly elected to the city council, with a dedicated servant's heart, ready to get to work and help my community. I sit here tonight a little older, hopefully a little wiser, but still just as dedicated to serving this incredible community. I am deeply humbled and honored to serve Garden Grove as the first directly elected female mayor. That's a big deal. I don't take that lightly. And as I move into this new role on the council, I can't forget to acknowledge the great privilege it has been to serve the 5th District for the past 8 years. Thank you for placing your trust in me, and I am proud of the work that we have accomplished together. We are a culturally vibrant city, rich in history, but also motivated on forward progress. We have been fortunate to have strong leadership for the past 8 years, making bold moves, navigating through historically challenging times, and keeping a steady plan in place for future growth. I don't know if Mayor Jones is still here, but to Mayor Jones and my outgoing council colleagues, thank you so much for your hard work and your dedication to Garden Grove. We have so many memories to hold on to and a legacy to be proud of. Mayor Jones, I hope that I can provide our community with the same visionary leadership that brought forth so many new opportunities and showcased all that our city has to offer. Thank you. And to my newly elected council colleagues and current council members, everyone is watching what we're going to do. So let's link arms and usher in new ideas and possibilities for our community. I am very excited about what's to come, and I look forward to working with each and every one of you and continuing to work with our city staff that truly provides such a firm foundation, allowing us to move forward collaboratively and continue to prove that Garden Grove is the best place to live, work, and raise a family. There is an endless list of thanks that I need to give. But I want to make sure that first and foremost, I thank you, the residents of Garden Grove, the voters of Garden Grove. I am deeply grateful for your trust and your support. Whether you voted for me or not, I am here to work for all of Garden Grove. I am here to listen, and I am here to serve. A mayoral campaign is pretty much a 24/7 operation. Friends, family, neighbors, business owners, supporters, consultants, and fellow electeds, just to name a few of the people behind the scenes working for the win. Team Stephanie was an incredible grassroots effort, and it takes many hands all believing in one shared mission to get the job done. I had a great team, and it would be remiss if I didn't give special thanks to Maureen Blackman, Jonathan Swaim, and the Lerma family. I know Rick's here in spirit. I really appreciate your help through this entire process. And I am not sure I will ever adequately be able to put into words what this moment means to me and my family. 5 generations of living, loving, and raising families here. Our roots run deep, and we are proud and protective of this once agrarian town that is now a bustling big city, on the map and reaching new heights every day. And speaking of family, I have a great deal of family and friends here tonight. My brother's here, The Klopfenstein crew is here, always so supportive. My best friend and her husband are here. I have cousins here. I have neighbors that have become family and community members that have become dear friends. And I thank you all so much from the bottom of my heart. Your love and support has meant the world to me. And to my parents, Mike and Marla Beal, thank you for staying. Thank you for never giving up on Garden Grove. Thank you for always believing in me and instilling in me the importance of hard work, staying humble, and being of service to others. None of this would be possible without you. And I wish Grandma and Grandpa were here to see this too. To Eric and Emerson, you shouldered this campaign in the past 8 years with me every step of the way. Whether riding high or managing the lows, it takes its toll. And I can't really begin to thank you enough for sharing me with Garden Grove and seeing the bigger picture and walking alongside me as my teammates through this journey. I love you both beyond measure. I am so proud to call Garden Grove home. I drive around our city attending board meetings and going to the grocery store, meeting with constituents, dining at a favorite restaurant, or dropping my daughter at school, and I get to interact with a lot of people. I am reminded that we are not a city settling for mediocrity. We are a city setting our sights on the very best for our community, holding true to a uniqueness that is all our own. I have heard from moms and longtime residents, business owners, students, and our youth, and those brand new to Garden Grove from other countries, wanting to feel accepted and holding on to the hope of a brighter future. We are all neighbors, bound together by the desire to be heard, to feel respected, to raise a family, and have a safe place to call home. There is a great strength that comes from learning from one another, and I can't stress enough the importance of strong communication and a listening ear. Together, we will foster continued growth and prosperity, collaboration and unification, so that we can continue to build a community worthy of our children, our grandchildren, and future generations. With a diverse community comes diverse opinions, and as your mayor, I will be transparent and accessible, ready and willing to hear your concerns and ideas, because your experiences and your life stories matter, and they will help shape the overall vision of Garden Grove. To the job ahead, our job is to lead. And we have hills to climb, but we also have such exciting endeavors ahead too. And we cannot forget the roll up your sleeves work. We have to keep fixing those potholes and keeping our neighborhoods safe and clean. Supporting public safety. We have the very best in GGPD looking out for us, keeping us safe and secure every day. We need to be good stewards of our public dollars and public spaces, supporting and collaborating with our amazing school district, and continuing to prioritize infrastructure, fostering entrepreneurship, embracing innovation, and continuing to grow our local economy. And that means supporting our local businesses, both large and small, growing our tourism corridor, and making sure that our residents feel happy. We will continue to spotlight art and music and cultural events that celebrate our rich Garden Grove heritage. We have a lot of work ahead, but I am ready and so hopeful that as Team GG, our amazing city staff and this new council are ready to hit the ground running. We will lead by example and show our community and this county what putting people first and working towards a shared purpose means, especially for our city. Garden Grove is not just a place to live, it is a place to thrive. So let's begin this new chapter together. Thank you very much. Thank you all so very much. Before we recess to the reception, I believe the city attorney has an announcement that we need to, some business first.
Yes, Mayor, members of the City Council. So item 14 is a notice public hearing, and with the consent of the appellant, we are requesting that the City Council continue the item because it's noticed. Our recommendation is that you take by motion, continue to the January 14th meeting. So if the mayor can consider a motion and a second to continue to January 14th, it will be appropriate. And that way everyone knows up front that the matter will be continued.
I'll move it.
I'll second.
I have a motion and a second. Can we call the vote, please?
Oh, do it again? All right, here we go.
We're going to do a roll call vote on that, please.
Oh, it's not working.
Councilmember Brightingham,
Yes.
Councilmember Nguyen,
Yes.
Councilmember Tran,
Yes.
Councilmember Dovin,
Aye.
Councilmember Muñedon,
Yes.
Councilmember Aristegui,
Yes.
and Mayor Kloppenstein.
Yes.
Motion receives, 7 yes votes.
At this time, we will recess to our reception. I hope everyone can join us so that we can celebrate a little bit. Thank you so much. believe we'll be heading right into oral communications to be held simultaneously with other legislative bodies. I do have 2 pink cards. Kyle Mason.
Well, good evening, everybody. I will try to make it short. We've got an underground problem. We got to get the people, the homeless, out of the riverbeds. Brookhurst and Chapman area is unreal. You've got so many homeless in the parking lot in that whole mall where the theaters are. The security guards can't handle it. You need to get a new security company in there. Out of 5 guards, you got 1 guard that does anything. And I've got so many pictures, it's unreal. But the main thing is on Gilbert Street, right where the Social Security building is, you've got an underground room there. And then up towards the Bank of America, you've got another underground room. Well, it's been like about 2 months, but last time they did it, they pulled almost 100 to 105 people out of there. I tell you what, I'm giving you a week, and if you don't get down there in 10 days, I got a wrecking crew of 10 men. I'm going down there. Don't worry about the jail cells. Get the hospitals ready. I'll take care of it myself, because we're tired of these people coming out and threatening us. We can't even go to the Walmart. We can't go shopping ourselves because of the threats with these people. On the way here, I took a picture of 2 people just jumped out of the water, of the riverbed. This was on my way here. You guys got to clean it up, please. Do something with these homeless. I mean, it's bad. Gilbert, Chapman, Brookhurst, that whole area right through there. Get rid of the security company and get another security company in there. Get Walmart to straighten up their security also. They don't do anything. They open up at 7 o'clock in the morning. There's no security there. You got homeless everywhere. Again, you got about a week or so, and I'm going to get a wrecking crew of 10. We're going to go off. We're going to clean it up. I've been here 19 years, and I like living there. I'm Cindy Tran. I know yourself. You know the building. Somehow or another, your family, got to get a wall built along that riverbed area. I mean, like I said, people are just living down is just unreal. And the same with the women's club. That's got to get cleaned up too. There's a lot going on there. I appreciate the police officers that hang out over there. It helps out. So, thank you all.
Thank you. I have one other card. It's Nick Dibbs. I don't see him. Okay, then we are going to move on. We have an item number 2, which is a reorganization selection of Mayor Pro Tem for our coming year.
Madam Mayor?
Yes.
I'd like to nominate Joe Dovin to be our Mayor Pro Tem next year.
That's a motion?
That's a motion.
We have a motion and a second. Let's go ahead and call for the vote.
Motion received, 7 yes votes.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, Joe.
I know you will serve the city well in this capacity. Thank you very much. Okay, at this time, we need to recess to other legislative bodies. I believe we'll move on to the successor agency, and we need to call roll. Is that correct? Thank you.
Member Klopfenstein?
Here.
Member Breitigam?
Here.
Member Nguyen?
Here.
Member Tran?
Here.
Member Dovin?
Present.
Member Muñetón?
Here.
And Member Aristegui?
Here.
We have 2 items on this agenda this evening. The first is the selection of chair and vice chair. I guess really just historically, the mayor has sat in the chair position of successor agency. I'd be happy to do so this time around if everybody is willing, and then I would take a nomination for vice chair.
I'll make the nomination. And can I make a nomination for vice chair at the same time, or you want to do them separately?
Is it better to do it separate?
You can do it together, so long as everyone
Okay, I'd like to
understands.
nominate Mayor Klopfenstein and Council Member Yasina Mouton as our vice chair, if you would be inclined to accept.
So, I'm sorry.
You need a second.
Yes, sir.
I'd like the second.
Very good. So we have a motion and a second. Call to vote, please.
Motion received, 7 yes votes.
Okay, we'll move on to item number 2, consent items. We have a receive and file the minutes from the meeting held on November 26th. I'll entertain a motion. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Call to vote.
Motion received, 7 yes votes.
Okay, any matters from successor agency members, director, chairs? Okay, very good. We'll go ahead and adjourn the successor agency meeting. And we will now move on to the Industrial Development Authority. Again, we need to call roll.
Member Brettingham?
Here.
Member Nguyen?
Here.
Member Tran?
Here.
Member Dovin?
Present.
Member Muñetón?
Here.
Member Aristegui?
Here.
And Member Klompenstein?
Here. And this also, item number 1 is selection of chair and vice chair. I welcome any conversation or nominations.
Is there anybody who would like to be the chair of the Industrial Authority?
I'd be happy to nominate Councilmember Brettingham if you'd like to take on the chair position for the.
Okay. They meet once a year, right? So, sure.
I can, yeah, I second that.
Do I have a nomination for vice chair? You were the first to speak, so I figured.
Yeah, let's get Ariana in the mix here. We haven't got her on anything yet.
Okay, we have a motion and a second for chair and vice chair. Call for the vote, please.
Motion received, 7 yes votes.
We'll move on to consent items. Consent items can be acted on simultaneously with one motion unless separate discussion or action is requested. So we have receive and file the annual report for the Industrial Development Authority and receive and file the minutes from the meeting held on December 12th. Do I have a motion?
We're on industrial development still?
Yes,
here?
sir.
I'm sorry.
Actually, should I be passing it over? Yes, I just realized that. I need to pass that over to you, Chair Brettingham,
Okay.
to conduct the rest of the business.
Well, then I'll just say ditto. With that being said, we'll entertain a motion for the receive and file.
Second.
Or I'll entertain a motion, so you're the motion.
Okay.
I'll second.
Motion.
We have a motion, we have a second, call for the vote.
Motion received, 7 yes votes.
Okay. Are there any matters from members? No, seeing none, we will adjourn back to the Garden Grove City Council.
All right, that takes us to consent. We have quite a few items 3 through 13 on consent. We can act on this simultaneously unless someone would like to pull an item. Do I have any requests to pull an item?
I'll move the balance.
I'll second.
We have a motion and a second. Call for the vote, please.
Motion received, 7 yes votes.
We've also already continued item 14, so we will move on to commission and committee matters. I would like to continue items 15 and 16 to our next council meeting, please.
I'll second it.
A vote on that?
No, they're not, they don't need to be continued to a date specific, so we'll just re-agendize it for the next meeting.
Okay, sounds good. So with that, we will move to item 17, ordinances presented for second reading and adoption. And we have a report on that. Thank you.
Yes, I will just read the title for the record. This is a second reading and adoption of ordinance number 2962, entitled an ordinance of the City Council of the City of Garden Grove, amending section 10.36.030 of chapter 10.36 of Title 10 of the Garden Grove Municipal Code, establishing speed limits for certain designated city streets based upon an updated traffic and engineering speed survey.
We normally don't do staff reports for second reading of ordinances, but if the council wishes to have another synopsis of the ordinance being adopted, then we'll be happy to provide it. It's really simple. We did a traffic study that showed that a couple of the streets the speed limit could be lowered, and the speed limits are adopted by ordinance, and so this ordinance would lower speed limit on looks like 20 or so segments of streets with Brookhurst, mostly Brookhurst, Central Boulevard, Chapman, Dale Street, Garden Grove Boulevard, Gilbert, Harbor, Hazard, Lamson, Magnolia, and Nelson. Oh wait, there's a long list.
There's a few streets.
There's a few
Yeah,
streets.
yeah.
There's a few streets. So these segments are, the speed limit is being lowered by 5 miles per hour. And then 30 days after the adoption, they'll be posted, and then our police officers are going to be able to enforce the new speed limits.
Yeah. Madam Mayor? Just a quick comment before we vote. So this kind of came up organically through some of the community members. They were having some concerns about why other cities were able to lower their speed limits and we hadn't. And there was some concerns around some of the schools and the kids getting hit and that kind of stuff. So a couple of the members spoke here. Staff took it to heart, and they did an outstanding job, and they did whatever math that they had to do, and they put this together, and they brought it forward to us. So I want to thank staff for doing that. I think this is great. It's going to kind of hopefully prevent anybody from getting seriously hurt. And with that, I will make a motion.
Second. We have a motion and a second. Call for the vote.
Motion received, 7 yes votes.
All right, we are almost done. That takes us to matters from the mayor, council members. Councilmember Bridingham, anything for the good of the order?
Well, I better turn my microphone on. Sorry about that. Well, first and foremost, slightly belated birthday to my wife, Lisa. Her birthday was last week, so I wanted to make sure to get that on record so I don't have to sleep in the doghouse this Christmas. Friday, December 13th, this coming Friday, Jingle Jam. I hope see you guys all there. Eastgate Park, it's really, really a neat event. It's really grown over the years. The kids are in the showmobile out front. I don't know if it'll be the new showmobile or not. I don't know if we've gotten a new one yet. It might be the old showmobile still. But the kids come and do some entertainment out there. There's vendors. You can buy, people that make Christmas ornaments and all the Christmassy stuff. Santa's there. I was on the nice list last year, but then I sat on Santa's lap and he put me on the naughty list. So anyway, with that being said, it's a great time, so I hope everybody will be there. We will not be meeting. I don't think it's been officially announced, but I can pretty much say we're not meeting on Christmas Eve. We're correct, City Manager? Okay, because our next meeting would generally be on the 24th, and I'm sure we will be off that night. So we will not be meeting until mid-January, it looks like. So with that being said, I want to wish everybody a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. I want to congratulate all of our new council members, our new mayor, and I think I'm really looking forward to working with every one of you guys. I think we're going to have a great council. So that's it for me.
That's when you win.
Out. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to everybody.
Yes.
Well, a couple of things. First, congratulations to our new mayor and also the new board, new council member here. Looking forward to another amazing year working with the current and the new coming council member. Next is yesterday or this morning we have the Small Business Intelligence webinar. So just want to say thanks to our team, Ursula leading with the rest of the team that we talking about how we support our businesses, and this is one of the way that we have, and we're gonna have more of this. So if any business out there in Garden Grove City that you need help, please contact us. We will find any way to help you, whether the tour, the connection, the fund, anything. Our staff are here ready to support you. Next, I want to say thanks to John and Recreation, the Park Recreation, for helping with the soccer team. When I ran for council member, many people reached out to me that talking about we don't have enough park, and that's in the facts, right? And for soccer, there are many of different soccer teams around here, but make a long story short, they were able to work with our staff, and we came up with the solution to help them. So I'm looking forward to meet with them on Monday. but our staff were able to come up with a plan to help them so that they'll be able to have a place to play with, proper insurance and everything. So I'm really looking forward to that. Finally, we make some progress on that. Yes, yes. And last but not least is one of the residents talking about the homeless issue. I walked there many, many times, and whatever that some of the business around there say that they have the homeless people standing outside, and wherever that happens, I try to reach out to our staff, to the SRT team. But of course, it's just something that we cannot fix over the night. So we'll try to work more, and if anytime I see something, we'll reach out to our staff and probably we'll try to come up with something like, we know the problem there, but what can we do to fix the problem? Otherwise, we'll always be there. So looking forward to do something about that. That's it. Thank you.
Thank you, and I'm going to repeat some of the things that's been said, but we had a lot on our agenda tonight, and I kind of want to reflect a little bit on my own swearing in 2 years ago, and tonight was a lot of deja vu, and I remember standing right where the new council members were with Cindy Tran, her husband, and her family, and it's a really, really special moment. So you're always going to have that memories with your family and friend, and it's so special to see all your families and your supporters. And I want to congratulate the new council member. It's a hard-won race. And also our mayor, who I like to call Mayor K. I hope that's a nickname that sticks with her ex. So I'm looking forward to the next 25 years. Hopefully we're all going to be around. The outgoing mayor said we can bottle heart and soul of Garden Grove and share it with the rest of the world. I'd like to keep it here at home. Just share it locally. And I know you guys all have a lot of heart, and your soul is in it. I can see that very special, and thank you, Council Member Philip Huang, Philip Nguyen, Council Member, our new, I just always know you by your first name, Rihanna Yassin. Sorry, I don't have your last name memorized yet, but I know that you're gonna serve this city very well. So. I look forward to working with you, and also Councilmember Nguyen. Before I end tonight, I want to thank Mayor Pro Tem, outgoing, Cindy Tran, for being the standard bearer for last year. George nominated you last year, nominate me this year, and hopefully I'll be the standard bearer. I know it's all ceremonial, but it's important, and you served our city well. Thank you for that. So I'm going to try my best, and thank you for your support for that. I am aware of the homeless situation, and I really feel what you say because I shop around there. I go there a lot. Yeah, please.
No, you can't. It's not oral communication. You can speak to him after the council meeting's over, okay?
Yeah.
With the street family.
Okay, we'll talk to you about it after.
Yeah.
Continue.
So thank you. I shop in that area, CVS, the Walmart there, the theater, the Ross. I patronize almost all the business in that area. I know it's Cindy Tran's district, but we are all responsible for everything that goes on in the city. So we are keeping an eye on it, and I know Cindy has reached out to our SRT team. We'll continue to work with our staff to give some priority. Again, we don't have all the resources, and we can't solve the problem overnight, like Council Member Cindy Tran said, but we will try to work with other jurisdictions, including the county. We have a new incoming supervisor in District 1. We have an assembly member, Trita, who came tonight. We have a lot of other electeds that will be on notice, that we need their help, we need their leadership, and we're going to solve these issues together. So it takes all of us, and I'm always pleading with our residents not to take matters into your own hands. Even though we're slow, things will get better, and we are on board. So all hands on deck. We will be working throughout the city, not in any area, but that particular area is very concerning. And I've seen everything that you've seen. I've seen firsthand too, so we understand what's going on. Lastly, happy Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to everybody. We'll reconvene in January. and we're gonna celebrate. And thank you to outgoing mayor and council member for their service. They've done us a great justice, great service, and it's with the partnership with our staff and our residents that we are able to serve your city and our residents. So I am so happy that I have Mayor Stephanie sitting next to me and providing leadership. And I wish everybody who ran that election so won and lost, but it's the backup plan that's important. I lost this election too, but I'm happy I lost because I'm still here. So thank you for everyone who didn't vote for me because they want to keep me on council. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.
Again, I just want to express my excitement serving on the council and to join the council. And I am ready to represent the families of District 5. Already, I've had a busy week attending a few city events, starting with Crosby Elementary. I was able to attend their breakfast with Santa. It was great to interact with the family members and with the students there, and to see some of our neighbors and that recognized me. So thank you so much for sharing that holiday joy with me. And I want to also give a shout out to PTA there. They had such a great event, and for setting up the event. So I also had the privilege of attending our winter at the Grove. It was so much fun. My children had so much fun with the arts and craft activities and just enjoying the music and all of that. So I want to give kudos to all the people who organized, all the team that was in charge of organizing that event. Totally successful, totally fun, and thank you. And then I just want to give everybody the happiest of holidays. You know, have Merry Christmas and Happy New Year, and I look forward to a great year.
First and foremost, I really want to thank staff because you guys have been so outstanding throughout this entire process of our new city council coming on board. I want to thank all of you guys for answering all of my questions, for tolerating my excitement. And I'm really glad that we have you guys as such an outstanding resource here in our city. I've looked up to you guys for so long because of my interactions with so many of you in different capacities and in the commissions and just being a part of this community for so long. And I truly believe that Garden Grove has the best staff in all of Orange County. I will die on that hill. And along that vein, I also want to commend staff for putting on an amazing event at Winter in the Grove. I had an absolute blast. I did go down the slide twice. Okay, no bodily injury occurred, so we're all good here. I want to also make a little shout out there to Doig Intermediate's choir. I heard it was their first time performing at Winter in the Grove. And I used to be one of those little kids in the Doig Intermediate choir back in the day. So it was really great to see some D6 representation over there at Winter in the Grove. I hope that they'll be joining us again. It was just an amazing event. And thank you guys so much for making it just the outstanding event that it was. Thank you to all of our wonderful council members, our outgoing and incoming council members. I really want to shout out the outgoing council members and some of the current council members, especially with regards to this recent ordinance that we approved with our second reading, 2962, because going out in the community during this entire campaign process, we talked to so many residents about their concerns, and so much of that is the safety of kids on their way to and from school. So having the second reading and knowing that this ordinance is going into effect, I'm glad that, residents will always be like, well, what are you guys doing about this? And I'm glad that we're in the business of preventative measures here in Garden Grove, and that you guys really listened to the residents and put something into action, and hoping this is going to mitigate some of the dangers out there, and folks are going to feel a little bit safer out there. So thank you to George, to Cindy, Stephanie, Joe, Kim, John, Steve, for championing this specific ordinance. I know that a lot of people are going to feel a lot better now that their kids are going to be a little bit safer. So thank you guys so much for that in particular. And I'm so excited to get to work and be here with all of you guys. We're all so different, but we all have the same thing in common. We love our city, and we want to see it improve. We want our quality of life to get better. So let's get to work. I'm really excited to be here with you guys, and happy holidays.
Got the two hardest names to pronounce.
I apologize about that.
Well, you got one
Look, and if it's Arestegui or Arestegui, I'll accept both of them. I appreciate the effort. Thank you. I'm. You can call me Ariana.
Thank you all very much. I want to congratulate you again. Tonight was wonderful, and I'm very excited about the future. It's very bright for Garden Grove. I also want to thank staff for putting on such a beautiful celebration, not just the swearing in, but the reception and all those little pieces and parts that pull an event like this together tonight. It made us all feel very special and very loved and seen within the community. It was wonderful to be able to celebrate a night as historic as this with friends and family and community members and so forth. So thank you for all the hard and diligent work that it takes to put something like this together. I really appreciate it. And finally, I just want to wish Garden Grove a very happy holidays and Merry Christmas. Remember to spread some good cheer, love and help your neighbors. And we know that there's people that are less fortunate. So please give back as much as you can this holiday season. Thank you. And City Manager, anything from you, please?
Thank you, Madam Mayor and members of the City Council. We look forward to a really exciting 2025 with all of you. And before we close out, I have been asked to highlight our Buy in Garden Grove. So I want to encourage everyone to continue shopping local and through the holidays and save your receipts for Black Friday Goes Big giveaway. So for every $50 that's spent in Garden Grove through Thursday, December 19th, shoppers will have an opportunity to enter a raffle to win $500, $250, or a one-night stay at Great Wolf Lodge or a gift card to Sabroso Mexican Grill. So we encourage that you submit your receipts to the Garden Grove Chamber of Commerce before 1 o'clock on December 19th. And happy holidays and a great new year to everyone. Thank you.
City Attorney, any need to report out closed session?
We did have a closed session scheduled for today, but we don't need to go into closed session anymore. So Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and I guess we'll see you next year.
Very good. All right. Well, with that, what an incredible evening this has been. We are adjourned until after the first of the year. Merry Christmas. Thank you.